Yo! What's going on, everyone? Welcome on into Coffee with Brodes. It's a beautiful Wednesday. It's a Hump Day giveaway Wednesday, which we have another fantastic giveaway ready to rock and roll as soon as Coffee with Brodes is over. So I'm really excited about that. We have our coffee here, and it's filled to the brim, so I'm very nervous. I'm probably going to spill it, and that's the worst. Been there, done that too many times. How is everybody? I hope everyone's having a good Wednesday and a great way to a good start to the morning. Cheers. Oh man, put it through my veins. Put it in my veins. So where are we? Well, we had a fantastic Phillies win yesterday. That was exciting as hell. The NBA play-in sucked. That was a joke. That's what you're going to get more times than not, and that's the actual reason why I said that it was an embarrassment that's the product they're putting out there on the court. Whether Curry and LeBron is a fun matchup, that's an outlier. You might get that once in a blue moon. What you witnessed yesterday is more of the reality of the situation. And then you had some NHL Stanley Cup playoffs last night. So a lot to talk about. We got donations flying through. So let's start off with mullet petition for Alvarado. I love that, man. That's so damn funny. Who comes in and says, saw Ichiro live here in Japan in 1998 playing for the Kobe Blue Wave. Was the biggest fan since. Otani is starting to become legendary too. Wow, you think? Oh, you think? I mean, this guy does it all. He'll give you 10 strikeouts, and oh, by the way, he'll knock in 3 with a 3-run bomb that goes 478 feet. I mean, the guy just does it all. He does everything. He literally does everything. He continues here. Mullet petition for Alvarado, that is. I think Bamboo Brad paid those 2 kids off. Oh, sorry. It came off the screen. Pay those 2 kids off in the 8th to start that rally. Please look into that. That's so damn funny. Yeah, that was ridiculous what we witnessed yesterday. Huh, guys? Just look, you get shit-faced. You haven't been in the stands in a while. You realize that you went to go buy your tickets. You got to get the most bang for your buck. Why not go run to second base and start tapping on second base and whatnot? Pretty damn funny, though, to see it get played out. It sparked a rally. I mean, there's no denying it. Man, that is some good-ass coffee this morning. God damn. Not that it's ever not good coffee. It's always good coffee. But I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. What's up, everyone? I see the chat going crazy. What's up, Kevin? What's up, Christian? Joseph, the sports guy, Jim, Jake, Andrew, Pat. Thank you all so much for coming in this morning. Morning Goat with the $3 donation. Thank you so much. Actually, it's Aero Talica says, Morning Goat with the $3 donation. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Peg says, love the mug, brother. Drinking my coffee from the same one this morning. Cheers, man. Cheers. That's awesome. That's phenomenal. It's a pretty damn good mug. I'll tell you what, it's a good looking dude. Hold on. I got my light flashing on. I'm trying to get a good angle. I'm going to spill my coffee because it's filled to the brim. There you go. Look at that fucking guy, huh? Look at that beauty. That was awesome at Citizens Bank Park. You're damn right it was. Last night was a riot down in South Philadelphia, and I'm pretty damn jealous. I didn't get a chance to witness that myself. You know, from Zack Wheeler's performance. I mean, Zack Wheeler was sensational. Zack Wheeler was literally dominant. I mean, that's just the definition of dominant. When he's giving you 99 at the knees, he's challenging you on a full count with 98 up at the top of the zone. When he's working a curveball on you and you're just fooled as hell and you got no business touching it. When you're way out in front of a 90-mile-per-hour off-speed pitch because you can throw upper 90s for the 10th K with Rojas buckling at the knees. It was all just ridiculous, man. How about Torreyes? Yeah, you're right. Torreyes stepped up after not playing in so damn long, and he just straight up was filthy. Now, the pitch was high as shit. You know, if you go look at the replay, it was basically at his eyes on an 0-1 pitch, but he let it rock, man. He let it ride, and he was aggressive in that moment. Do we go K-Cups or good old-fashioned grinds? I have a ninja machine that uses the grinds. Now, there are some ninjas that uses the coffee beans itself, but I just have the Ninja. But I got cold brew, iced coffee. Buddy actually got it for me. Buddy Robinson for my housewarming gift got me this huge ass Ninja because he knows I'm addicted to coffee. And it's one of the best machines ever, man. You can do the same with herbal tea, but there's so much involved with. I got froth. You want froth in your coffee? We can go froth. But I go with the grinds. But my fiance rocks the K cups. If it's late night or whatever, and I just want to make a K cup, I'll go K cup. I got options. You know what I'm saying? What I want to do here is, and I got yelled at. She's like, "You don't need that," and it's like, "Damn it, you're right. I don't need it, but I want it. I want to get a coffee bar in my office. That's what I want to do. So I don't have to go up to the kitchen, make coffee there. No. I have a little coffee bar right in the corner of my office where I can just bang, 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 bang. Like right now, Coffee with Brodes. Let's say I finish, because there's plenty of times where 30, 35 minutes in, I'm done with my coffee, right? And it's like, or I talk so damn much, it gets to a temperature I don't like. I can walk right on over here. Maybe I'll turn the camera, and it's like bang, bang. Can my sub go towards a coffee fund? Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Now, the program I use, let me the program I use doesn't pop up Twitch stuff. So it's kind of weird, and I hate it. Oh, I'm on my Twitch now to make sure I can, because I don't know if you just subbed or if you're just saying in general, but I can't see that happen. Oh, yeah, there it goes. See, you did sub. Okay. Thank you, Pat, for the subscription, man. I really appreciate it. So now I can see it because I have a whole new system up. Just sub for 6 months. Well, thank you so much. Oh, yeah, you need a coffee bar. I see it now on my activity feed. I got to pull up a whole nother activity feed just to see Twitch specifically. But thank you so much, Pat. Man, I really do appreciate it. You're a beauty, my friend. You are a beauty. Yeah, Kevin Pillar looks brutal. That looks bad, man. His face is all beat up. Yeah, yeah. It almost feels like, he went through a UFC event or something crazy like that. You know what I mean? Crazy. I mean, this is a clean platform. It's just, uh, I don't know. I got to toy around with some things. But yeah, I mean, I use StreamYard to be honest with you. But for some reason, if you donate and all that, I see it through YouTube and I see it through that. But with Twitch, but I have it up on a secondary monitor. It's all good. We'll make it work. Yeah, I use Streamlabs as well when I actually stream video games. But when I do Coffee with Brodes, I use StreamYards. It's a lot of different moving pieces. But guess what? Speaking of Twitch, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 4 p.m. Tuesdays, Wednesdays, 4 p.m. We go live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Brodes_media, and we hang out and play some video games. Yesterday I played MLB The Show, and I got a little beat up. I'm not going to lie. We tried to make the majors with Howie Roseman, my Road to the Show guy. We're battling. We're hitting like 260 in Double-A right now, so we got a little stressed out. We went over to play a game with the Phillies in my franchise mode. We lost 1-0, could not produce any runs with a bunch of guys on second base. It got annoying. So what we ended up doing was, we grinded that game out. But today, maybe we play Call of Duty. Maybe we'll play NHL. So just something to, keep in the back of your mind. 4 p.m. Eastern time, we're going to play some video games today. You're damn right they trolled me. They showed me an animation of Bryce hitting a bomb, and I'm like, yeah, let's go. The fucking ball went foul. What a joke. Mr. 89 says Westbrook's play in the playoffs is disappointing, missing layups and playing like a zombie out there. Dude, I'll be honest with you. Those games sucked. Those games sucked. And if that's what, and one of my buddies, right, Deshaun, he's a beauty. I love him to death. But he hit me with last night because I said, while we were watching the Phillies, I said, side note, I tweeted this out, right? Side note, ass. The NBA games, ass. And he said, I couldn't disagree more. It's like getting a game 7 without watching the entire series. And it's like watching college basketball. And my response is, I'm not here to watch college basketball. I love college basketball. We're talking about the NBA. I'm here to watch the NBA. And it's like watching game 7. It's watching game 7 between teams that suck. I don't give a damn about teams that suck. Yeah, I love game sevens when the teams are good, when the teams actually matter, when the teams can actually do something. Those games were garbage, man. The Charlotte Hornets getting absolutely blown out. They lost 144 to 117, all right? Just brutal. I didn't even know what Westbrook's finishing stat line was. Well, he went 20, 14, and 5 in 37 minutes, but my guess was the efficiency was trash. I don't even know. I mean, it was background noise for me, to be honest with you. I mean, I wasn't wasting my time. I had the Phils on, and then there were two hockey games on that had way more intensity where I turned it off real quick. He went 6 of 18 from the field, 0 for 4 from 3. My man is straight up ass from 3. Let's see what he's shooting. I know his numbers consistently go down from the 3-point line, but if you look at Russell Westbrook this year, 31% from 3. He's a career 30% from 3 shooter. Brutal. Brutal. It's not even college basketball because the loser gets another chance. Yeah, that's true. There was a situation where that happens. Game 7 without the series is good. Just needs to be two relevant teams. Well, yeah, that's the problem. It's a play-in tournament for whoever's going to get the last seed. There's no such thing as good teams being involved when you're talking about the 8th seed in the playoffs. You're talking about the team that's going to get annihilated in the first round. You're talking about a team in the Sixers that's just going to wax that ass, as they say these days. Does anyone actually say that? I have no idea. But these games are garbage. I know what's going to happen. There's going to be a good game tonight between LeBron and Golden State, and then everyone who loves it's going to be like, see, it is good. You're not going to get LeBron versus the Warriors in many games. It's just not going to – you're going to get more of Charlotte. You're going to get more of Washington. The reason why it happened is because there were so many extreme injuries to the Lakers this year. So this is the outlier, even if there is a good game on tonight. It's just ridiculous. It's bad. Yeah, that's kind of what Grant was just talking about here. At least we get LeBron versus Steph. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm going to throw that game on, but it doesn't change the fact that it sucks. It's a bad product. It didn't even look competitive last night, honestly. And the way that the announcers were going through, I mean, the broadcast made it seem like it was game 42 of an NBA regular season game. Excuse me, this is supposed to be a fight for the postseason. This is supposed to be life or death. This is supposed to be grinding your way into making the playoffs, and it felt like they were just, I don't know, bullshitting around like it was a baseball game. Seriously, the broadcast was almost like a baseball game. And I love baseball broadcasts. Not for a fucking NBA playoff game, though. Playoff. Let me use the air quote, playoff, because it was a joke. Thoughts on ESPN getting Ray Ferraro and Bush? Love it. I mean, that's just amazing. That's absolutely phenomenal. Now, when we look at some of the NHL action that we got last night, Vegas gets a big win. You know, look, that Minnesota team, I'll give them all the credit in the world because they're battling way. I knew they're good. All right, I'm not going to make it seem like I thought that they were bad, but they're making Vegas earn it, man. They really are. Good for them, and I can't wait to see what happens when they shift back to Minnesota now that the series is 1-1. I am pleasantly surprised with the fight out of Minnesota. I think the Panthers are showing what they're losing in Aaron Ekblad a little bit as the Tampa Bay Lightning take a 2-0 series lead. The Penguins with the big game to tie up the series, and that's kind of what happened last night. Some good games, though, for sure. What do we have tonight? We got Caps Bruins. Let's go. Love that series. Predators Canes. That one doesn't juice me up, I'll be honest. Like, game 1 was clearly all Carolina, that third period and whatnot. You get a little bit of some Northern Division stuff, though. Oilers Jets. As a Wiz fans, I couldn't care. Yeah, because they stink. And it's like, hey, we're going to win and then get annihilated. But, I mean, they were brutal all year. So, you know, I kind of expected to see that play out the way that it did. I just got an email about a psychic reading. Should I do it live? See if I can get my mind read live. We got 500 yen donated by Mullet Petition for Alvarado. If Acuna can play with his chain, Embiid should be able to play with his. Dude, I'll tell you what. I know you're just having some fun and shooting the shit and whatnot. Pretty funny joke. But going to a serious point off of your point with Acuna, the Braves are bad. I just don't think the Braves are good this year, man. I really don't. At some point, and I know there's 120 games to go. There's a lot of baseball. The 40-plus games we just witnessed, do that 3 more times. So there's a lot of baseball. This Braves team's missing something. All right, I think it might be a battle between the Mets and the Phillies for the first place this year. I mean, I honestly believe it could get to that point. I don't know what's happening with the Braves. And sure, there's time to get back on track. But, I'm watching this team play, and they're missing something. Whether it's heart, I don't know. I mean, I'm watching the game last night, the Braves. You got Freddie Freeman doing what he can, hitting bombs and whatnot. Then here's the 9th inning rolls around, and then you allow a ding-dong, and here goes the Mets for a nice lead late. And it's like, man, the Braves are just – they don't have it. They don't have it this year. They don't have that rhythm. It's crazy. Does Alvarado need what was this? Does Alvarado need professional therapy at the who's the worst in the NL East? Well, I mean, I think statistically speaking, I do believe it's the Nationals. I think the Marlins are playing to who they are this year. Last year they overachieved. Yeah, the Nationals are 16-22. They're in last place. The Marlins are 18-23. So the Nats are playing worse than the Marlins are. But someone said that Alvarado needs professional therapy. In what way? In what way are we looking at professional therapy for Jose Alvarado? I saw another question come in that I wanted to get to, but I guess I can't find it. Good morning, Evan. What's happening, man? Evan says, good morning, Brodes. How about those playing games? Yeah, I thought they were atrocious. Honestly, they were unwatchable. I tried it. I put it on. Even the Celtics game. It's like, oh, yeah, Jason Tatum. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Guess what? The game sucked. And if you thought it was entertaining, God bless you. I thought that was a straight-up disaster. I'll be honest with you. I really did. Nathan said, thing is, the Braves started this way. And yeah, that's what I was saying, right? Like, there's plenty of time. I'm not saying it's automatic that this is the Braves. Like, there's no doubt that they can get back on track. There's plenty of time. But there's something missing this year, I'm telling you. And I know they had a lot of starting pitching problems early in the season. You lose 3 of your starting 5. I mean, you lose 3 of your starting 5 pitchers to start the year. That's really going to hinder what you're going to do right out of the gate. I mean, that's inevitable. There's no getting behind or getting around that, right? I mean, it's the nature of the beast. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. They're just not clicking. Just not clicking. All right. We have, hold on. I saw something here. The AM window says the pitch Jazz hit was a foot above the zone. Kudos to him. Yeah, that was an unbelievable 3-1 count. I mean, you kind of figured he was going to take one for a ride. And yeah, the pitch was extremely high by Alvarado, and it was impressive from Jazz. And the kid's a stud, man. The kid's a flat-out stud, being able to take a hundo plus that deep like that. You're right. It wasn't the easiest pitch to really deliver in that way. It was high cheese. Torreyes did the same thing, though. If you go back and watch that Torreyes hit with the bases loaded 0-1 count, that pitch was literally at his eyes, and he just let one ride, man. He just went for it. And I'm sure he was in, like, ultra-aggressive mode, considering he wanted to step up in a big moment. He hasn't been able to get out on the field because of COVID protocol. So it's like, here's my moment. Here's my chance to somewhat spark some noise. I got to get back into this lineup somehow. I got to earn my respect somehow. And he came up with a pretty damn clutch hit there, along with everybody else, right? I mean, that inning was crazy. Rhys Hoskins, Alec Boehm takes it the other way off the wall, and he got thrown out at second base earlier with a very similar play earlier in the game. Well, he comes up clutch there. Andrew Knapp with a professional at bat. I mean, it can't get any more professional than what Andrew Knapp did. And it's funny, man. It's so funny looking back at the Andrew Knapp experience 2-3 years ago. He sucked. He hit under 200. Under 200. Not close to, though, under 200. He was that bad. And then he followed that up with like a 214 or 217 year. It was garbage. And now he's very solid. And that goes back to just growth in sports. But Andrew Knapp has really earned himself a nice role here. And you got guys delivering, man. It was, who was it before? Oh, Nick Maton. Nick Maton, Torreyes, Gene Segura with a dribbler, put the ball in play. Let's see what can happen. From there, it was over and over and over again. It just kept going. Bryce Harper, 2 strikes. I am worried about Bryce Harper. I think that I think he needs some time off. I really do. I think he needs some actual time off. Not one day, not 2 games. I think we're talking about some serious time off for Bryce Harper. And I'm not saying months, but I'd give my man a week. I'd give my man 10 days. I'd put him on the 10-day IL and just be like, dude, you need some rest. Like, I really do think he's banged up. It's the 97-mile-per-hour pitch to the face that hit his wrists. It's the back from the violent swings. Now it's the shoulder. And afterwards, here's some of the questions the beat reporters are asking. Can you throw the ball in right field if you have to? And will it hurt? If we're getting to the point where we're asking if Bryce Harper can actually throw a ball from right field to the cutoff man or from right field to home if need be, there's a problem here. And you got to recognize that. And it's not worth it. It really isn't worth it. I'll take a loss in a regular season game if it means Bryce Harper could be more ready to go. It's the Joel Embiid load management thing, although it's a little different because this isn't like load management. There is serious some lingering issues happening here, but it's like, will I rest Joel Embiid for 1 or 2 regular season games, even if you lose, just to make sure Joel Embiid is a little bit healthier down the road? Absolutely. I would do that with Bryce Harper. Yeah, there's a problem with Didi. We have an issue with Didi Gregorius, and that's why when everyone keeps constantly asking about Nick Maton, he's going to play. He's going to play because Didi Gregorius. It's funny, on the Anytime hotline last night, I got a bunch of calls being like, he might have to take over Gene Segura. And I'm like, Gene Segura is hitting over 300. My man's hitting over 300. Gene Segura is not losing his job right now with the way that he's been playing. He's been hitting the ball very well. He's been very strong. He's been one of your most consistent hitters. You're not going to lose your job just because of that. Let's stop focusing on where's Nick Maton going to play right now, because there's an opportunity for him based off of the Didi drama, based off of the inflammation and the the stress level on Didi's arm. So there's a spot for him. There's a spot for him right now. Would I jump on the field for $100? No. I think the whole running through the field is just stupid. You're a moron if you do that. But no, I mean, everything that plays out afterwards, you think I'm going to do that for $100? Absolutely not. I wouldn't do it for, you tell me I'm a millionaire. If I run on the field to be a millionaire, we're probably having that conversation. But I do think that you're an idiot to just do it if you're drunk. $1 million in play, different story. But Harper's throw in last night looked weird. His throwing action looked really, really short. There's something off. I mean, it's obvious as can be, and we know it. We know that he's banged up. We know that he's playing through the pain. There's a reason why he's forced to go when Scott Kingery has an issue, and he's talking about it the way that he does postgame. So it's pretty obvious he's fighting through some lingering issues. But I want him to sit. I do. I want him to sit, because I want a healthier Bryce Harper. It's game 40. All right, game 40. What are they, 22 and 20? It's game 42. Let's get some rest. All right, let's get some rest. I'll sacrifice a win here just to make sure Bryce can get going as things continue. That's just me personally. Speaking of winning, though, there's no surprise that I do love winning. And I'll never forget when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. I'm still chasing that feeling, okay? I really am. I have retired from winning on the ice as well, and, I'm chasing that. But I still win because I use Deal Dash, the online shopping platform that is actually fun. Deal Dash is the longest-running penny auction website and app around. Too good to be true? You bet it is. There's literally cars that I've seen sold for $900. Brand new televisions for less than $2. I have replenished my TVs here. I've replenished or rejuvenated my office, I should say, and I added these TVs. Penny auctions are the way to go. Do not be a loser. Stop paying full price for the things you want and get on Deal Dash right now. Go to www.dealdash.com or download the app. When you register, enter the promo code COFFEE. That's coffee for a special offer and for some bonus action. There is a link in the description on YouTube that will automatically bring you to my feed. So use the link in the description right now. Click on that link. Click on that link. Keep the YouTube stream up. Keep Coffee with Brodes up. Click on that link in the description and sign up on Deal Dash. Scroll through those penny auctions. You will be shocked and amazed. Shocked in a great way and amazed with what you will find on the Deal Dash app and website. Jim Andrews asks, are the Sixers making the finals? I think they have a phenomenal chance to, man. I really do, Jim. They have it all set up. They put themselves in an advantage by facing a team whoever it is in the first round, and then possibly playing a team like the Knicks or a team like the Hawks in the second round. You have a really good opportunity to take a ride, man, to take this thing on a ride. So they have a phenomenal, and I mean phenomenal, chance to do it. They got to execute. The ball, no pun intended here, the ball is in their court. That's for damn sure. That's for damn sure. Do the Celtics have a chance? First, the Celtics. Is it what? What's going on here? Are you saying do the Celtics have a chance? The Celtics could be the top college team. No, the Celtics stink. The Celtics are a very bad basketball team. I love this fascination with like the Celtics as if they're going to be really good. You know? But it's not. It's not the case. I meant the Pacers. I got the Nets. I don't know what's going on here. I'm getting a little thrown all over the place, but I'm not a fan of Hector Neris. He's trash. He's not trash. He's not shut down elite, but he's not trash. That's way too hard. To act as if Hector Neris never succeeds is ridiculous. You know who's trash? David Hale is trash. You know who's trash? Scott Kingery is trash. You know what Hector Neris is? He's an average closer. He's an average bullpen. But he's average. He's just a very average guy. You can use average in your bullpen. To act as if having an average guy in your bullpen is some disastrous thing. No, he's an average closer. You would like to have better. You can have a lot worse. The fact that Hector gets the insane criticism that he gets, I think it's a little extreme. I'm not telling you he's phenomenal. I'm not telling you he's elite. I'm not telling you I want him to be my closer. I would love an upgrade at the closer position. I think that your expectation, it's not his fault he's in that situation. And I don't think the answer is on your roster either. It's not Jose Alvarado. It's like funny. Let me see if I could find this, because yesterday I got a tweet last night at me, right? Because Joe Girardi puts in Alvarado, and Alvarado allows that bomb to Jazz, who is just a phenomenal player, and he let it ride. So I'm going to look for this tweet specifically, all right, because I want to point something out here. It was pretty much bashing Joe Girardi for putting in Alvarado, as if Alvarado hasn't been one of your best options all season. I mean, he's one of your better options. He's your back end of the bullpen type of player. So where was this? Oh, it had to be after this. Unless it was on my Brodes media account, which it might have been. And it looks like it was. All right, regardless, I'll paraphrase. It was basically, you had Coonrod, Kinsler, Bradley. Why are you going to Alvarado? Look, there's a package of guys that are all usable in the same spot. So if Alvarado didn't work, it's so easy to say use somebody else. And if you put Kinsler in and Kinsler got rocked, you'd be like, why are you using this guy? And if you end up putting Archie Bradley in and he gets rocked, why didn't you use Alvarado? And if he ends up getting run, why didn't you use Coonrod? It's like there's 4 guys, 3 guys that you can all use in that same spot. And they're all in the same category. No one's better than the other guy. They're all the same tier. They're all in the same atmosphere. So it's on them to get the job done. And if I remember correctly, I want to see exactly if we go to I want to see who was up to bat in that inning for the Marlins anyway in the 8th inning. Obviously, Jazz was, but I want to go back to, by the way, there was another no-hitter yesterday. Crazy, isn't it? But, like, my point is, I think it's a little ridiculous to, like, freak out. Oh, why Alvarado? What do you mean, why Alvarado? That's his job. That's a spot where Alvarado goes into the game. It wasn't ridiculous to go to Jose Alvarado at that point in the game. It flat out wasn't. So, because it didn't work doesn't mean it was a bad decision by Joe Girardi. Sometimes you put in the right guy at the right time, and they just don't execute. So, where were they? It was Jazz up, but when did Alvarado? It was in the 8th inning, and where were we here? All right, Sierra, no bats. Well, he did have a bat. He did have a bat. Okay, so it was at the bottom of the lineup, and then they have Rojas, Jazz, Aguilar, who went 0 for 4. He was pretty frustrated with himself. He popped up with a pitch that he probably should have drove big time. But, yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue at all with the way that Jose Alvarado was utilized in the 8th inning. It wasn't a bad decision by Joe Girardi. I think it's ridiculous to get upset with him just because Jose Alvarado allowed the bomb. It's like, as I alluded to, you have a handful of guys that are in the same tier that are all late inning situations. He didn't pick an egregious. He didn't put in David Hale. He didn't put in Spencer Howard. He didn't put in some guy that shouldn't be in the 8th inning. He put in an 8th inning guy, and the guy ended up getting rocked in Alvarado. I mean, it's just what it is, but it doesn't mean it was a poor decision. Laurie says, Nola's not an ace. Oh, here we go again. He's been downfall. Yes. Aaron Nola's a good pitcher. All right, Aaron Nola's a good pitcher. He needs to be better. He's had some bad outings in a row. Nola is a good pitcher. He's not average. He's not just an average. If you think Aaron Nola, because Chris ends up coming in and says he's average. He's not. He's not average. He's better than average, okay? Aaron Nola is better than your average pitcher in Major League Baseball, even though he's going through a little bit of a funk right now. He's not elite of the elite of the elite of the elite, okay? He's not an elite pitcher, but he's not average either. I just told you Hector Neris is your average bullpen piece. We're putting Aaron Nola in the same category. And not different, I'm talking about starting versus bullpen, but Hector Neris is average, okay? Aaron Nola is not an average pitcher, even though I'm frustrated with what he's given us over the last 2 starts. When Aaron Nola's on, like average pitchers don't have what Aaron Nola has when he's on. Aaron Nola is special when he's locked in and gets his repertoire going, and the curveball isn't lacking command, and he's got good off-speed pitching. When Aaron Nola is dialed in, average pitchers can't do that. And let's not pretend like Aaron Nola can't change a whole game and can't give you a complete game and can't give you – he just did. He did this season, and he's probably been in situations in the past to do it. The team just hasn't done it for you. Okay, ace, not ace. Shut the fuck up about the ace, not an ace. It's unreal. It's unreal. Yeah, Zack Wheeler is right now. If you were on the bump for a 1-game situation, it would be Zack Wheeler. Ace, not an ace. Oh man, we got it. Ace, not an ace. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who's 1, who's 2. They're both 1 and 2. They're 1 and 2. They're the best 2 pitchers on the staff right now. It's just I think that it's crazy. It's crazy about this. Ace, not an ace. Nola stink. No, he doesn't stink. Nola doesn't stink. He's frustrating. Why are we frustrated? Because we know he's better. So he doesn't stink. He doesn't. He doesn't stink. That's why we're mad. That's why we hold him to a high standard. Because he doesn't stink. He never shuts down anymore. How can you say that? He's had 2 games. He had 2 games back to back that were bad. All right. And then before that, he gave you an unbelievable effort. He's just not pitching well right now. To act as if he's never going to pitch well again is just asinine. And I'm pissed off with him. I'm not happy with him. But I'm not just going to act as if the guy can't ever pitch again. All right. What was it? April 18th, he goes 9 innings, allowed 2 hits, and struck out 10. He followed it up with 7 innings. Like he hasn't been. I'm not going to defend that he's been great as of late. He hasn't been great as of late. Here's his last couple of starts. His May has been poor. 6 2/3, 9 hits, 3 earned runs. 4 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs. May 4th against Milwaukee, he went 6 innings and allowed 1 earned run with 10 strikeouts. So not a bad start. May 4th. I need more from Nola. That's inevitable. But can we stop acting as it? Okay, we get it. He's not an ace. God damn. That's great. He's not an ace. Not every pitcher's an ace. There's like 6 guys that I count as an ace anyway. It's just ridiculous. It's like you're not appreciating him at all because it's like, oh, he's not this. Okay, he's not that. But let's not act like he's not useful. Like all of a sudden, Nola's not useful because of a couple bad starts. He's not useful at all. I don't get it. Like you're stressing so much on that aspect that you can't appreciate when he pitches well and that he's a good pitcher. It's like stop focusing so much on that's fine. All right, he's not it. I've been saying that for years. I've acknowledged that 3 years ago, 2 years ago. I knew that. I've been saying it. But now that we know that, all right, we know that. We know it. We already realized that. But at some point, let's move on and talk about, like, that's like saying after every time Zack Eflin pitches, he's not an ace. Okay, Zack Eflin's not an ace, but you get all juiced up when he gives you 7. Why? Well, because you don't hold him that standard. All right, well, because you know he's not. With Nola, he's not, but that's okay. That's okay. I think it's nuts, man. I think it's nuts. Who are my aces? Garrett Cole, Jacob DeGrom, Shane Bieber. Those are aces. Walker Buehler, Clayton Kershaw, Justin Verlander. Those are aces. Those are aces. I don't even put Zack Wheeler in legit ace category. I don't. Mullet petition for Alvarado comes back in with the 500 yen. Roman Quinn could create some serious excitement running out of center field stands. Could you imagine? They just send him. It's like, hey, Roman, why don't you go? Let's see if you can make it. Dude, those security guards would have a really hard time. A really hard time. Trying to catch Roman Quinn. Could you imagine? Bauer. Now that's interesting. I like Bauer. I do. I like Bauer a lot. I don't even think I put him in legit ace territory. Now, right now, he's giving you a 2.20 ERA. Last year, he gave you the 1.73, and of course, the Cy Young. I don't know if he's done it long enough at that level for me. He's been consistent. Like, he's turned the corner, and he's giving you outrageous numbers, but he's been about a 4 ERA guy for a majority of his career. So I'm not saying Trevor Bauer won't get there for me. He's 30 years old. If he keeps this up for like 3 more years, 2 more years, then I think I would feel differently about it. But as we sit here today, I haven't seen the longevity part of it from Trevor Bauer. For me to go full on Trevor Bauer mode is that. So I don't know if I'm in that spot right now for Bauer specifically. I need more. No, who's going to trade DeGrom? I mean, are you really going to trade DeGrom? Tyler Glass now? Nah, he's not no. Bumgarner years ago. Bumgarner when he was winning championships as the guy, when he was the number 1 dude with the Giants. Yes, that's what an ace looks like. That's what an ace looks like. I don't know what I'm getting a little uncomfortable right now. I don't know if the coffee's like getting me hot. I need to like lean back for a second. I don't know what's going on here. Oh man, I don't know what just happened. I just got like a heat overdose. I don't think that makes sense. A heat rash? That doesn't make sense either. A heat wave? I think that's what it is. I think I just got a heat wave. I do have sweatpants on, and it's like a beautiful day outside, so I don't know why I have sweats on, but I do. Whew. I don't know what just happened. I know Nola needs to find his way to get back to where he was. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, there's no doubt. Hot flash, maybe hot flash is the word. Um, yes, Aaron Nola needs to be better. Aaron Nola needs to be better. The thing is, he's not what he was. Like what he was back in 2018. What was that? 2018. The 2.37 ERA. That's the outlier. You know. Oh, I gotta adjust my body again. Yeah, all the Nola talk. Yeah, maybe it's the Aaron Nola frustration or something. But yeah, like all right, if you go through the Aaron Nola like statistics, right? The 2.37 ERA back in 2018 sticks out like a sore thumb. It really does. It sticks out like a sore thumb. He's pretty much in that 3 area, which is fine. It's a good spot to be in. You're in a good position if you have a pitcher like Aaron Nola that gives you a 3.2 ERA, a 3.28 ERA, a 3.21 ERA. If that's what Aaron Nola is, I mean, you're not in a horrendous spot. The 2.37 ERA back when he was 17-6. I mean, it's just an outlier. It's the outlier out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 seasons. So I can't expect that to be who he is, even though he had one phenomenal season that was magnificent. He's a 3 in the 3 range here. His career is 3.48. I mean, that's what he's in between 3 and 3.48. That's Aaron Nola, and that's fine. That's fine. But let's not just start every day just saying he sucks, he's this, he's that, because he's not giving you 2.37. 2.37. And let's all right, look, let's go here. Let's go here. All right. Because someone brought up Trevor Bauer. And this is going to defend Aaron Nola a little bit. Someone just brought up Trevor Bauer, right? If we added a true ace, we'd have one of the best rotations in the league. If you added like a Garrett Cole in front of these two, and you would have Garrett Cole, Zack Wheeler, Aaron Nola, and then Zach Eflin as your 4, that would be ridiculous. But let's go to Trevor Bauer, right? Because he was just brought up. So I just mentioned to you how Aaron Nola had that one phenomenal season, and that's somewhat sandwiched in between a 3.4, 3.2, 3.6 ERA in between those numbers. Well, Trevor Bauer was, and this is from 2014 on, 4.18, 4.55, 4.26, 4.19, 2.21, 4.48. So you had 1-2-21 ERA season sandwiched in between all 4+ ERA seasons. Now he's unreal at age 30. He's posting a sub-2 ERA last year. Shortened season, but he did it. He gave you a 2.20 ERA so far this season. So if Trevor Bauer can sandwich over a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6-year span, 1-2-21 ERA season, sandwich that in between 4+, and Nola's doing that between 3+, he can splash in a season or two when he hits 30 years old. I mean, Trevor Bauer's literally doing it right now. Who do I think is better, DeGrom or Cole? I think Jacob DeGrom is the nastiest thing I've ever seen. And that's all due respect to Garrett Cole. That doesn't knock Garrett Cole. That doesn't say anything bad about it. Garrett Cole. There's no doubt that Garrett Cole is a very, very special individual when it comes to his repertoire. But Jacob DeGrom is giving you 100 plus, and I mean it's silly. And just let's look up the numbers difference. Even though one guy is injured right now in DeGrom, and the other guy continues to throw. Garrett Cole gives you a 2 ERA, and Jacob DeGrom is giving you, even though he's injured, a .68 ERA. in 40 innings. Garrett Cole threw 57.2 innings, giving you 203. Okay, DeGrom's giving you 0.68. 0.68 in 40 innings. What he is doing isn't human. It's not Earth. I don't even know if that makes sense. It's not something that is supposed to happen on Earth. Okay? So Jacob DeGrom. Do I think that the Braves are in trouble? I think something's happening. I think that there's some internal issues going on here. That's for sure. There's problems happening with your Atlanta Braves, okay? They're just not playing good baseball, and it's sloppy, and it's bad. And right now, it seems like it's going to be a battle between the Mets and the Phillies. Now, there's a lot that can change. There's 120 baseball games to go, but there's something happening. NBA was not fun last night. Hopefully, the West is better tonight. Well, I mean, that's what you should have expected, and that's what I was kind of telling everybody. Yeah, let's play games with teams that suck and pretend like it matters. While you have a broadcast falling asleep. While you have, a broadcast team that's not even engaged. While you have a bunch of garbage out on the floor. That Hornets game versus the Pacers, that was a disaster, man. I mean, that's a game where after the first, second quarter, it's like, I'm not watching this. I'm not watching this. I'm turning I'd rather watch Chopped. I'd rather go to E, right? I mean, I'd rather go to another state. I'd rather watch anything else other than the Pacers up by 30 points. It was terrible. So what did you expect if you're the NBA? I mean, you put out a product where teams are going to suck and you're going to pretend like the teams actually are going to play for something significant where they don't. Well, I mean, let's not act like there's no interest in the NBA. There's a lot of interest in the NBA. So it's not like they're desperate. They're not desperate. Once the NBA playoffs come around, you're getting tuned in. And don't tell me, well, the numbers are down. Yeah, there's 5,000 reasons why the numbers are technically down with TV ratings. Cord cutting, streaming the game illegally. I mean, there's so many things involved on why the NBA numbers are down. The NBA is not looking to try and we got to save this thing. No, it's a drama. I mean, the NBA is full on drama, full on storylines. The product sells itself. If the NBA is too smart, okay? There's no way that they're like, you know what really is going to try and manufacture some interest here? The Wizards. The Wizards suck. You know what's really going to move the needle for everyone? The Pacers versus the Charlotte Hornets in a game for an 8th seed that's going to, just crucify. Like, come on. They're all bad. Last night did nothing for that. Last night did nothing for that. Just awful. Clippers or Dallas? P.S. Greetings from Lafayette. Hey, what's up, man? From Lafayette. My buddy's in Lafayette right now for the IIHF USA World Championships. He just got there on Sunday, actually. Clippers or Dallas? I think Clippers are going to make a nice run this year. So, they're actually my team out of the West to do it. I know what the Utah Jazz have done. I know what the Phoenix Suns have done, but I go back to superstar talent. I go back to having those closers. I go back to those guys being those guys, those players being the shutdown forces, and just experienced players. So I look at experience when it comes to playoffs, and Kawhi Leonard has that experience. So I will go with the Clippers in the Western Conference in general. What are my thoughts on the Blues? I think they're going up against the Colorado Avalanche team. That's going to cause them a lot of trouble. Good luck stopping that first line with Nathan McKinnon, with Rantanen, with Gabriel Landeskog. You got your mouth full for sure. Good luck beating that team. That team is just buzzing. I wish the Phillies offense could be this dangerous every inning. Well, I mean, to be fair, 7 runs every single inning is a little insane. It ain't going to ever be that explosive forever, but sure. I mean, they need to be a bit better than the production we've been getting 1,000%. But they're not going to produce that much run support every single inning. That would just be outrageous. Could you imagine if you just scored 7 runs every inning all season long? Then you get to the postseason and get no hit. Oh, geez. Why would I lay out that scenario? I apologize. I'm getting this heat flash again. I don't know what's going on. It's making me uncomfortable, though. It's the first time ever on Coffee with Brodes we're experiencing a heat flash. Hot flash. I mean, I got a sip left of the coffee. It's never the coffee that does it. I'm wondering if it's because I'm in sweatpants and it's such a hot day out, but we got the air running. I don't know what's happening today. Braves suck right now. You're not wrong. Braves do blow. The Braves are having a tough time. Someone just mentioned above, but they're only 4 games back. Yeah, well, I mean, the division is all over. We're playing in the NFC least right now, right? You know what I mean? Ironically enough, I got the shirt on. The NL East. You're playing in a division filled with teams that are not very good. If you had a team that was running away with it a bit, if you had better teams than the Mets and the Phillies in your division, we wouldn't be thinking about the Braves in the same spot. Quite honestly, we wouldn't be thinking about the Mets the same way probably, or the Phillies the same way probably. But there's a lot to be said about, if there was a team like the Dodgers playing to their full capability, and of course that's a hypothetical because they're not doing that right now, and there's a lot of injuries and a lot of reasons why that is the case. But, if that is something that happened in the NL East, we wouldn't be thinking of, well, the Braves are only 4 games back. You'd be saying, well, the Braves are 9 games back, 8 games back, 7 games back. So it's like that. Just get Joe and Gene to fight more often. It gets wins. Yeah, there's obviously an element to the team responding to that fight between the two, which is, big for me. I wanted to see if this team would respond. I wanted to see how this team would go. And there was 2 ways to go. Let it snowball into ugliness or take control of the situation, put it behind you, and use it to motivate you a little bit. And it seemed like this team used it to kind of motivate you a little bit, which is everything that needed to happen. 1,000%. If Toronto chokes, the laughter in the NHL will be had. I don't want them to choke, though. I really don't. I want to see Austin Matthews play as much as possible. I want to see Austin Matthews versus Connor McDavid. I want to see John Tavares. I want to see that market involved. God forbid it ends up not happening. And while the Canadians are fun and they're a nice story and it's a nice market, it's not the Toronto Maple Leafs. And could you imagine if Connor McDavid gets knocked out by the frickin' Winnipeg Jets? And I like the Jets. I like Scheifele. I like Pierre-Luc Dubois. They have a good team. They're not a sexy team. Now, they're sexy to someone like me who likes the game, but, I mean, it's not the Toronto Maple Leafs. I want to see the Maple Leafs. I want to see them go as far as possible. Quite honestly, I want to see them win the Stanley Cup. Between Sidney Crosby and the Toronto Maple Leafs, I don't know who I want to see win the Stanley Cup more, to be honest with you. So if I could see Sidney Crosby win another Stanley Cup, sign me up. Sign me up. Do I think Mitch Marner? Oh, my God, yeah. Mitch Marner is an absolute stud, man. Yeah, Mitch Marner's a superstar. The thing is, there's so much firepower on that team that he doesn't get the recognition because someone like Austin Matthews, first overall pick and insane goal scorer and can score at will, all of that is kind of overriding or overshadowing what Mitch Marner has done. It's like Leon Draisaitl. Leon Draisaitl is just a ridiculous freak who puts up just monstrous numbers year in and year out. But because you play with Connor McDavid, come on. Connor McDavid's going to steal the show every single night. You might have 4 points. He's going to have 6. You might have 3 points. He's going to have 7 in a night. So who's talking about Leon Draisaitl after a game like that, But, yeah, I mean, it's the same effect. Mitch Marner is nasty. Mitch Marner is gross. Mitch Marner's a problem. Good luck stopping Mitch Marner because he ain't going to do it. It ain't going to be easy. It's going to be tough, and it's going to be hard. I don't really fuck with PFF. Their ratings are all over the place. Their ratings, whatever numbers they use for PFF, they're just a mess, in my opinion. They're literally just all over the place. But yeah. Do I care about the Phillies staying in first place? They're not in first place. But I mean, do I care? Like, first off, they're not in first place. They're in second place. The Mets are in first place at 20-16. The Phillies are in second place at 22-20. No, I don't care if they have the first place spot or not. They just have to stay involved. They need to be up by the top. So if they're a game back, if they're a game and a half back, if they're 2 games back. No, it doesn't matter exactly where they are in May. It just matters that they're at the top of in the conversation. They're not 9 games back. As long as they're not 7 games back, they got to be involved. If they're a game back or so, it is what it is. I mean, you're still in territory of reach with 140 games to go. Yeah, no, I don't give a damn if they're technically in first place or not. They just got to make sure that they're involved in the action for sure. So, with that being said, there's a few things before we head out of here as we're winding down that I want to get across. Tuesdays and Wednesdays, make sure you follow me on Twitch, twitch.tv/Brodes_gaming. We are going to go live and play some video games Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 4 o'clock here on the East Coast. So be prepared for today. We're either going to play NHL or play MLB The Show or play Call of Duty. I'm not sure which game we're going to play yet, but it's been a lot of fun going and hopping on the live streams and whatnot. So make sure you're following me on twitch.tv/Brodes Gaming. A little bit later on, I will be selecting the winner for the Bryce Harper jersey this week, and we will have a new giveaway that you are really going to want to be involved for. It's another doozy. It's another big one. So at Brodes81 is my Twitter where you will find the giveaway. At Brodes Media is also a big spot here that you're a big channel or a big Twitter account, I should say, that you should follow to make sure that you're going to have to follow that account to win the jersey for the Bryce Harper one and to win what's next. So be engaged for sure. $10 coming in from Pags. Great stream as always. Thank you, Pags. You're the man, dude. I appreciate everything. You're an absolute beauty. You're the best. You're the best. Thank you, Pags. Thank you so much. So yeah, make sure that make sure you're involved and whatnot. Make sure you're engaged, and there's going to be an awesome giveaway here. So there's that. Is there anything else? No, I really just want to thank everybody for hanging out with me every single day. It's one of my favorite things to do. And on top of that, this whole Brodes Media transition, it's been great. It's been great. The support has just been insane, from the website, brodesmedia.com. If you haven't checked that out, you can check that out. The blog posts, we're going to be implementing the blog posts, of course. Mondays and Fridays are the set dates. There's going to be random drops throughout there as well. So the blog has been really fun to do. So thank you, everyone. You are all amazing. And I will catch you guys 4 o'clock Eastern here on the East Coast playing some video games. Twitch.tv/Brodes_gaming. I'll catch you guys later on. Thank you.